The ongoing 2024-2025 first semester examination at the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro is continuing seamlessly in view of the various innovative systems and strategic plannings for the academic exercise. At the various examination halls, students with various disciplines sit to write different papers simultaneously. This has been made possible by the technology deployed known as the Python code for seat allocations.
This initiative of students from different courses being scheduled in the hall was actually initiated by the rector. So when he brought up the idea that he wants best practices in examination conduct, so he saddled us with the assignment, and myself and the committee working on it, we made use of what we call the Python code using an algorithm. And that algorithm is called Improved Constraint Satisfaction Techniques. This satisfaction technique took into consideration the various constraints that is peculiar to the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro that ensures that students of the same course are not close by. It ensures that students of the same courses are separated according to their courses and the various and the seats that they are seated on. And that is used, or that was used by the software to allocate seat number. So you can see students sitting together in the hall. That sitting together does not mean that they are writing the same course. So you can see an electrical engineering student seated by him or her is an accountancy. Next, with different courses. Next can be an environmental study examination taking place and the rest like that. So we're able to use the Python code with some element of AI to ensure that constraints are given in the allocation of seats. And this has greatly helped us to make our exam system to be unique.
Similarly, the ND1 students continue to undertake the computer-based test at the various centers, one of which is the 200-seater e-library section of the institution. Officials of the library say usage of the facility by students, especially during the ongoing examination, has been encouraging.
Many of our new students have done their registration in the library, because if they do not register in the library, they cannot make use of the library. They need to register in the library so that they will be able to make use of the library. They make use of the library. We have many users this time around.
Firstly, e-library is where e-resources are being kept, where we have all our e-resources, both journal and books, and some other equipment that is e. And in e-library, there is a free Wi-Fi here for everybody. And in e-library, we have online book, we have offline book. The online book is the one that the management pay for, like Z-Library, Research for Life. If you come here in the e-library here, every staff and the student, they have registered. They give them username and the password. So when you come to e-library, you enter with your password and the username. You will have access to the offline book and the online book. If you want to go for the offline book, it's already there. Each school, we have about 6 schools in which all the departments, when you enter, you will directly go to your school, maybe School of Management, School of Applied Science. When you click on the School of Applied Science, maybe you are from a School of Applied Science, your department is there, you click on it. All the book offline there, you can access it immediately.
The welfare of students, especially the sick among them, is also not taken for granted. Ambulance service is available to promptly transport ailing students into the sick bay for emergency intervention during the examination.
We are on standby during the exam period for the students, maybe those ones that are very weak or they are unable to write their exam. There are so many of them, either from classes or those ones that are admitted in the clinic, we bring them for the exam, and when they are through with their papers, we return them to the clinic if they are not being discharged yet.
Basically, this I would say a mini clinic or an extension of the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro Clinic, a sick bay, and it's usually open during the exam, just to give a first aid treatment to sick students during the exam. So we'll bring them, the ambulance will bring them down here. Then if they're able to go back or return back to the exam, or they will do that. But if they're unable to do that, we have a bed here that they can actually rest on till they are fully recovered. Most of the time, we notice that most of the student complains of dizziness, drowsiness, feeling lightheaded, and we can actually stream that down to probably hypoglycemia, because if you are being asked, if you ask them how they are feeling or when last the day, some will even tell you that since 3 days ago, some will tell you that since 2 days ago or last night. Like the one that they just rushed in here, she hasn't taken anything until late last night, so she hasn't taken anything this morning. So from that I actually deduce that it's hypoglycemia. So she has regained her consciousness fully now. She's able to talk, she's able to respond to any of the questions being asked. So, and sometimes most of them has malaria based on their, we have something we call clinical judgment based on their complaint. So anytime they lodge their complaint like that, like headache, fever, loss of appetite or vomiting, so we can use our clinical judgment even without running a test to deduce that they're having malaria. So we take a prompt response by managing them with that. Of course, some of them do come out of the symptoms quickly, while some will still have to continue their treatment or stay back here. And most of the time, we always ask our ambulance to take them to the main clinic for further tests and for further treatment, since this is just an emergency sick bay. So if they are unable to continue with their exam, we'll transport them down to the main clinic for treatment. And after that, we have some, most of the time, if they get to the main clinic and they feel that they can still continue with their exam, we always call the invigilator or any lecturer that we have their contact to bring their papers over so that they will complete their exam at the clinic over there. So they will return their paper back. So, and if they're unable to do that, which means we'll have to write their name down inside the sick list, which will be submitted at the end of the exam, that will be requested by the admin people. Audio Jungle.